Vamos voltar. Ah. A gente tem que ir aonde? Pô, mano, tá travando demais.
I'll be with you, friend. I'm Ernie, from the Spacer's Choice Department of Human Resources. Town sent me hereabouts to check on the guards. Now, seems to me, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but seems to me they're all dead. Mind telling me what happened here? Altercation, you say? Yeah, shame as that goes. Spacer's Choice policy strictly prohibits dying during work hours. Guess I'd better get to cleaning up. Can't just leave company property scattered about, bleeding out on the dirt. That who died? Oh, right. Yeah, well, we do need all the hands we got, what with folks in Edgewater dropping off like sissy pig tumors. Less competition, though, come promoting time. You don't want to amble on over to Edgewater at your earliest convenience. Constable's office might have work for someone with your, let's just say, aggressive disposition. Oh, and be sure to stop by the Edgewater Provisioner for a can of salt tuna. It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's Choice. Don't get paid bits to chat with strangers. You want to chew the rag, go talk to Silas over by the cemetery.
Dá um pipoco aqui e você se orienta. Vê se para de travar, mano. Parou. Pô, pelo menos agora parou. Fazendo live também, mano, aí complica. PC não é bom. É a 12 de perto. Tem que pegar tudo. Ih, morador, os caras tão. Meu amigo, os caras tão. Tem que ir por aqui, eu acho. Porque tem marcado pra onde a gente tem que ir. Mano, tá travando demais, mano. Não sei se... O PC não era tão ruim assim não, mano. Acho que é o tempo. Eu tenho que meter bala nesse bicho, né? Nas cilhas.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from? Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory, friend. Your pod? What are you on about? You take a bruise to the cranium? Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls. And low prices. I'm being vigilant. Don't want to get blindsided by some corpse-chewing marauder come stalking out the shadows. Oh, worse. Unemployed cannibals. You ever seen a marauder hold down a job? Or put a stake into society? Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family. Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer? Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see? Quotas, mostly. Got a backlog of graves to fill. Bodies won't bury themselves, you know? Yeah? The colony ship? Are you talking about that old rumor? Some great big starship packed full of colonists what got lost in the aether never to be found again? Ain't heard that one since I was but a stripling. Can't say it was terribly convincing far as rumors go. There a reason you asking? All right, easy now. No need to get your hackles up. Maybe you've been out in the sun too long. Why don't you head over to the cantina? Get yourself some zero-G brew. It's a brew that's good for what ails you.
Caraca, muito diálogo, mano. Esse jogo é top. Esses consumíveis. Cada coisa que o cara faz, o cara ganha experiência. Eu pensei que todos aqueles bichos tudo ali eram inimigo, mas atirou em mim, beleza. Ah, parabéns.
The grease monkey, Argo? Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform. Shirt, pants, work boots, company-approved colors. The, honorable apparel of a loyal worker? Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way. I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there. No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town. Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership. That is not a hypothetical I enjoy entertaining. We need Adelaide back. Nonetheless, I will settle for the return of her followers. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Bicho é bem companheiro. Você ganhou um companheiro, esse personagem junta-se à sua aventura e ajuda você de diversas formas. 10 milhões mais se aumenta. Ah, não vou mexer nisso não. Talentos, reputação. É o mapa de aqui. Banheiro. Sete. Então vamos embora. Sei que ela não vinha. E aí, mano, como é que é? Nós tá elevador. Ah. Bora lá, meu irmão.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry.
E
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale. Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left. Life's hard here, especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is. The mission's on the east side of town. You can't miss it, on account of it being the only clean thing. Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
não sei nem o que é isso. Posso roubar, mano? Ih. Eita, tu acabei tá não, né? Bora. A XZ. X. Acho que isso é da menina lá, as habilidades dela. anda com a arma aqui apontada pra todo mundo.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too...
E aí, mano?
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
What? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do? Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk. Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold. Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume. One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book. I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption. Glad we see eye to eye. It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
Procurando.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Esse aqui é máquina de venda. Bora. Bora, doidinha. Asa. Pegar o beco, mano. Acho que o cara marcou.
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month. I love the wind here.
aqui não tem. Fica, mano. Caramba, o jogo tá bonito, mano. Oxe, a marca tá em outro canto, mano. Comprar, vender. Ah, mano. Como é que eu vendo, mano? Vender. Sim, mas como é que eu vendo? Ah, não desbloqueei. Tem que ler, né, boy? Se não ler fica difícil. Se não ler fica difícil. O bicho não tava apontando pra cá não, mano. Esse jogo parece ser grande. Ah, mano. Tá dizendo que o objetivo é pra cá. Banheirinho. Pá. Dá pra ir por aqui, por trás, entendi. Pulseira. O que eu posso vender? Travou. Ah, era por aqui mesmo.
Searching for repair bay. Error. Navigation systems failed. Unable to comply.
I could probably fix that. I mean, if you wanted me to.
Conserta o bicho. Vai nessa.
Yep, I see the problem. His nav mod got dislodged. Must have taken a tumble. Just gotta give it a good push and wait for the click.
Certo,
There we
bicho.
go. Jeremy's good as new. Well, new by Spacer's Choice standards, anyhow. His name's Jeremy, by the by.
Navigation systems operational. Optimal path toward Repair Bay detected. Initiating self-diagnostics.
Só não vai atirar na gente, mano.
On account of I fixed him. And he's Jeremy on account of his helmet. It's like Jeremy, the officer in True Romantic Tales of the Space Guard. Hebs Shirley. I make a point to watch every Tuesday night. Be more careful out there, Jeremy.
Conhece Jeremy. Gerald. O Gerald ali, o Gerald. Tem muita coisa pra lutear aqui, mano. Na casa. Porque eu apertei F, mano. Apertei E. Caramba, pegando tudo. Bora. Eu tô pegando aqui. Eu sei que eu usei os negócios sem precisar, mano. Queria que ter negócio pra arrombar, né? O jogo é muito massa, mano. Bicho bugou.
Try something else.
O cara tá bugado pra mim, mano. Mano, tá bugado pra mim, mano. Nice. Ah. Está bugado ali pra mim. Cadê ela? Cadê minha amiga? Ela morreu, foi? Aqui, mano.
Where are we headed?
Ela tinha morrido, né? Acabou. Tem que se ligar que esses bichos vermelhos é. Não, não.
Nice one!
Caraca, mano. Ela morre, aparece do nada. Vou ver o que é.
I'm on my way.
Ah, X é pra ela ficar. Mano, não sei de nada, só sei que eu tô pegando é. Acaba tem que vender, né? Depois.
Can't get past that armor!
Mano, tá travando demais.
Can't get past that armor! Everyone all right?
Não, mano. Essa 12 não é boa, não. Trião? Ah, a música. Choco. E aquele outro ali não, mano. Sai da minha frente.
We did it!
Acho que agora. Armadura 4. Isso aqui é armadura 2. Mais tecnologia. Depois eu aprendo se eu tenho aqui. Que é o quê? Não tenho. Vamos lá. Então, com a minha. Tem uns corpos aqui, mano. vou vender um bocado de coisa, mano. Porque
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble. I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along. Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those. A geo what? Look, plants ain't my purview. You're better off asking after Adelaide. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you. Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind. Much obliged.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear? I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned. Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then? I can't say I blame you. Reed is positively soporific. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves. He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans? cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip 'em out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do. You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scrap Spacer's choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them. Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
É que tá certo.
You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it. I trust you will listen to your conscience.
Toma no pipoco. Sabe. Acho que é passando, né, mano?
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Isso é mina, mano.
He took one down!
Merda é essa, mano? Tenho que explodir atirando, então.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Tem umas minas ali, mano. É, a gente voltou pro mesmo canto, não.
I've always wanted to poke around in here. Everyone all right?
Não, aqui é outro canto. Aqui não é o mesmo canto não, mano. Agaçou nós, mano.
The control room should be off to the right. I hope we're doing the right thing. We made it!
Que é grande. Hum. Ah, é mesmo dessa. Sei lá o que eu tô fazendo.
Everyone all right? He took one down!
Que onda, mano.
3 switches. That'll be easy enough.
Mano, é muita coisa. Olha o mesmo. Tá fechada.
That's the last of them. Okay, going quiet.
Unexpected. Beginnings.
Get past that old... We're not getting through.
Caramba, que arma ruim.
Nice one. Ah!
É, tô com robofobia agora. Robô, mano.
Go away, Phantom!
Oxe, tem alguém aqui, mano.
Go away, Phantom! You're not real. You're not real.
Tem alguém aqui, mano.
You're not real. You're not real. You're not real! You're not real! Get away from me, Phantom! Shoot! Scram! You can talk? The Phantom's never talked before. Well, I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See? See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting. Clearly, I mistook you for one of the phantoms of my imagination, which terrorized me on occasion. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder. Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant. Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium. I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out. I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries. Repaired them, maintained, upgraded. Did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section. Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my insides. Braised, boiled, charred, skewered. Sprats are good eating, friend. Chock full of brain food. Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium. You mean, why did the Mechanicals go on a murderous rampage? Same reason any of us do, I suppose. The voices told them to do it. I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out. Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the Mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons. You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead. Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the Mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you. The tail. Definitely start with the tail. If you're feeling adventurous, the ears are a particular delicacy. Forgot what you were gonna say? Me too.
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
Process in.
Se levanta, minha filha.
System.
Tudinho morre. Habilidades. Dialoga, medicina. Eu tenho que desbloquear isso para vender as coisas, será, mano? Bloquear isso para ver. Não sei se é isso. Mano, tô odiando. Aqui, ó.
Just two more. What'll happen to Miss McDevitt's folk if we send power to the Vale?
Bancada. Cara. Habilidade de armas brancas mais 5, defesa mais 10. Ah, então esse aqui é melhor. Modificar. Usar essa arma. E aí descer pego. Descer pego. Beleza, mano? Tem nada. A que eu tô usando. Também não tem. Tem. Não tem. Essa 12 é muito ruim, mano. Obrigado pelo follow, mano. É nóis. Eu tô aprendendo o jogo, tô no bom aqui ainda.
Want to go?
Só mais.
If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the veil?
Lá em cima.
That's the last. I'm not sure what the ride is. All I know is the decision's final.
Esse canhão aqui é bom. É, tem que ir pra lá.
Once we do this, there's no... Hey, mister?
É, meu solo.
Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do? I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't
Caraca,
deserve
boy.
to be punished.
Vou ter que escolher por.
Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that?
Sei nem o que eu faço, mano.
That sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way.
Sei o que faço não, mano.
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
Sei não. É, eu gosto de
Really?
escutar, vou dizer.
I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
Acho que tu tava aqui conversando comigo, doido, teleportou. Redirecionar energia. E aí? Mano, eu não sei. Caraca, mano. Volte para a reta. É, agora os bichos ficaram bravos. Ah, eu não sei o que eu fazia. Será que foi o certo, mano? Eu não posso vender. O legal desse tipo de jogo é que dá vontade de jogar várias vezes fazendo escolhas diferentes. É, mano. O cara fica com peso na consciência, mano. Porque não. Tipo. Eu não sei se eu fiz o certo.
Here we go! Don't mess with us!
Saca, mano? Eu sou muito. Caramba. Eu fico pensando de verdade. Não sei se tu chegou a jogar ou ver The Walking Dead da Telltale. Mano, era cada escolha difícil.
Here they come! Nice one!
Aonde, minha filha? Aqui. Eu amo aquele jogo, mano. The Walking Dead da Telltale. Só que o 1, mano. O melhor foi o 1. O 2 já foi meio assim. 3. Eu não joguei esse último, não. Acho que os caras vão me matar aqui, mano. Porque eles querem que eu volte. Se os caras querem me matar. Eu acho que no 1 era pra ter a opção de salvar. E uma opção que se fosse bem mais difícil, sei lá, mas conseguisse fazer tudo certo. Certinho salvava ele. Os caras aqui tá bravo.
You want to know what gets my bile churning? Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters, plague, marauders, desertion. Then you wandered in town. And I was so damn sure our luck was starting to turn. I never knew how right I was. Just answer one question for me. Why'd you do it? That power regulator is company property. Whatever you were hoping to find down here, I advise you to turn around and leave. I have got guards posted with orders to fire on you. Edgewater's dead. Our cannery's dead. Adelaide's deserters are never coming back. Spacer's Choice will shut us down before long. Some of us will die of illness by then. Some will move on. Some will starve.
Será que eu fiz alguma merda, mano?
I will tender my resignation, whereupon I shall be processed and then duly imprisoned for gross incompetence.
É, eu pedi desculpa pro cara, mano, mas...
Apologies won't give us our lives back, but for what it's worth, I am sorry too.
Não... Se o cara tenha matado o cara, não mesmo? Assassino na vida real, o cara faz uma merda pro cara e o cara fala de boa. Já foi. Eita, pula! Corre, 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 né? Tome, pé do filho. Não. Caramba, essa arma é pau, boy. tem que chegar perto. É, os caras aqui tão bravos comigo, mano. Os caras tão com raiva. Recuperei. Volte pra falível. Senhora, você vai levantar não? Eu matei o cara, mano. Bora vazar. Será que eu fiz merda, mano? Será que eu matei a cidade todinha, mano? Tô com peso na consciência. Esse bicho tinha cara de caba de pé, mano. Tinha jeito de caba safado. Meu amigo, que danada é isso aí, macho? Dá a volta. Isso aí não dá pra nós não. Cara, mano, eu tô na cabeça pensando. Ter de botar da energia pra onde, mano? Era pra ter botado pra cidade, né? Eu acho que os outros voltavam pra lá.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. Edgewater won't last another season without power, but that don't change the fact that I'm indentured to Spacer's Choice. Company expects me back at my post. I have imagined it, but until you came along, I never thought I had the choice. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves from my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too.
Conhece,
What do you think? Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister.
Bora, mano.
Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
Tá viajando. Meu doidinho tá viajando. Hora maluca.
Captain, I have detected that the town of Edgewater is now without power. I appreciate you doing your part to hasten their demise. What can I do for you, Captain? Do you know how to install a power regulator?
Sei não.
Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you.
Tem uma doidinha aqui
Across
que
the
sabe.
cargo bay, up the ladders.
Bora lá, maluca. Tem a bancada aqui. Falar com Ada. Adamastor Pitagos. Olha aí, doida. Mais tarde, hein? À noite,
What can I do
tainha,
for you,
vinho.
Captain? All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Bora pegar o beco. Que demais. Se ela carregou. Vou pegar um celular.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Culkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay. Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smuggling credentials are unimpeachable. If anyone can get you a key to Monarch, it's her. Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters. Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power.
But it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Que massa, mano. Tem que vir pra cá, né? Tô com massa, mano.
Message from Dr. Wells. He'd like to congratulate you on finding a route to Monarch.
Cascadia is utterly seething with dangerous, highly aggressive creatures, more than capable of tearing you limb from limb. You'd have to be a lunatic to land in Cascadia, and I'm reasonably certain I tested your brain for incipient signs of insanity. Trust me, talk to Gladys Culkelly. You'll need to speak with Hiram Blythe. He's known as the information broker, and for good reason. If anyone knows where I can find those chemicals, it's Hiram. I need those chemicals to revive the Hope's colonists. They can help us fight back against the board. They can help us set things right. If we don't put a stop to the board, they're going to drive this colony toward a complete societal collapse. You'll see what I mean when you arrive on Monarch. You'll want to hire the services of a skilled guide. I recommend a hunter by the name of Nyoka. Frequents the drinking establishments of Stellar Bay. Very hard to miss. Once you have everything you need, make your way to Hiram Blythe's compound. Best of luck. Everyone on the Hope is counting on you.
Partiu, mano.
Captain, an unusual wavelength is coming through Monarch's aether wave frequencies.
The eternal is in us all. The OSI would have you believe that your place in society, indeed in the universe, is preordained. A man who works in the mines of Hephaestus, coating his lungs in mercury dust for not but a few bits a night. This fate is set in stone? When he dies young, coughing up black blood, his part in the grand plan? No, I say. Greatness is in everyone. Not just those so fortunate as to have been born into prosperity.
That was unexpected and odd. Analyzing the subtextual ordering. I believe it was a type of sermon, Captain. Very zealous in origin. How can I be of assistance? I request you do not wake me if I am sleeping upon your return.
Diário. Ah, nem peguei aquele diário, é? Esse sim. Ei, olha o que eu tô fazendo da minha vida. Não vou pegar mais pessoas. Não precisava nem. Já vou só, né?
I don't think I like this place one little bit.
Um pouco longe. Os bichos aqui é grande, né? Dia. Esse aqui. Guiando. Morador, é? Morador. Caraca, olha o tamanho dos bichos, mano. Ó, vaza. E o medo. Pior que eu tenho que matar esse bicho, papai. Corre, corre, corre. Corre, corre. Dá pra matar esse bicho não, parceiro. Eu tô muito fraco, minhas armas é muito peba. tô achando que não era pra ter vindo pra cá logo não, mano. Eu apertei F sem querer, mano.
I've shut off the visual feed from my ocular in. I like what you've done with the place. Kitschy.
Certo. Armadura 6, né? Eu peguei o quê?
Collectibles are such a human inclination.
Sam? Perguntada pelo Sam. Beleza. Vou pegar tudo que é meu. É meu? Ah, bicho, agora é minha. Perguntada pelo Sam, né? Vem aqui de boa. Dá aquele número 2.
Want to be a brand new you? Try out our respecification machine. Alex installed it himself, right before he died.
Tá aí de bobeira. Tem nada. Nada.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it, but I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate. May luck be with you. Of course, as I am sure you are aware, luck does not exist. But it seems to comfort humans to believe they possess good quantities of it.
Sair, posso voltar lá naquele outro lá e pegar o livro do cara também. Eu vou com ela que eu tô fraco. Será que a gente consegue matar esses bichos, mano? Acho que não, hein? Tem que passar no stealth. Tem bicho aqui. Volta. O problema é passar ali, mano.
sure we ought to go this way, Captain?
Eu não. Eles estão comendo. Passa, 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 passa. Mano. Aqui não passa, mano. Por que não passa? Agora eu lhe pergunto, por que não passa? Bugado aí. Caramba, mano. Andando abaixado. Tem 1 quilômetro, mano. A distância. Não. O boneco foi sozinho, mano. Ué. E bugar. Já vi uns bugzinhos no jogo já. Esse aí foi um.
Okay, keep it quiet.
O boneco foi deslizando. Então bora lançar abaixo. É. Eu vou nem chegar perto ali, mano. Foi deslizando. Mais realista impossível, pode crer. Volta. Não, vem pra cá não, mano. Diabo é isso, mas tinha um bicho dormindo aqui, é. Fica dormindo, fica dormindo. Dormindo. Boa, dorme, dorme. Caramba, mano, que negócio difícil. Tem um ali. Só corre, 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 corre. Meu amigo. Ixi, morri. Só tô correndo. Meu Jesus. Consegui escapar dos bichos. Ainda bem que ela revive sozinha. Mano, os bichos aqui não dá pra bater de frente com eles não. Será que eu vim cedo demais pra esse mundo aqui? Esse planeta? O Cartepi. Quer chegar lá. Certo, tem até placa. E por aqui, né? Eu, gente. Aqui por ali. Susto da pula, meu. Olhei pra essa doidinha agora com essa máscara. Chegamos na cidade. Será que eu mato esses bichos? Caraca, boy. Tem um negócio aqui que tirava. Ah, essa arma aqui é. Consigo matar esses pequenos aqui. Pontos. Sempre botar um de cada. Travou. Fechado. Meus. Tem alguma porta não aqui, mano? Entra. Apertei F, não tinha mais não. Me desse bicho, deixa o cara ficar envenenado, mano. Tome nos peitos. Isso aí quem dá. Mano, aqui. Eu tenho que pegar uma arma que preste, mano. Isso aqui é só de perto, mano. Deixei negócio ali pro cara lutear, mano. E ali. Fechado. Tá de sacanagem, mano. Por que tem esse negócio aqui? Ela é específica para esses bichos? Testa agora. É um grandão, mano.
Here we go.
Cara. Vou ajeitar. Mano. Quanto tempo de live desse jogo aqui? 2 horas e meia. Fazendo live desde 10 horas da noite, eu acho. Já dormi, mano. É 7 horas. Não entendi essa arma. Quando tem vermelho é fogo, é. Desnorteio. Ué. Acho que é fogo. Tenho que manjar esse negócio, mano. Essa arma aqui é boa, mano. A gente, se eu não tivesse ido lutear lá, eu bato de frente com esse safado aí. Mas também um bocado assim não, né? Agora sim, viu, mano? Tem loot pra cá. Vamos. Não sei o que acontece se eu dormir. Eu não vou dormir aqui não, vou dormir na minha nave, não sabia que tu... Modificar. Gostei dessa arma demais, mano. E aí dentro?
Feels like real bits outside of Edgewater. Used up, unneeded, left to settle into the next.
Tá tudo fechado. Oxi. Bateu bicho diferente, mano. Até de mais na próxima eu estarei aí. Valeu, DC, mano. Tranquilo, eu faço live todo dia, mano. Hoje de noite eu não vou fazer, que eu vou trabalhar. Mas amanhã eu faço até de manhã. Fica na paz aí, mano. Tamo junto. Obrigado aí pelo follow, obrigado pela presença. E eu jogo vários jogos, mano. Apex. Uma galera. Vai ter jogo que você não gosta, vai ter jogo que você gosta. Qualquer coisa, quiser seguir o canal lá, mano, se inscrever, exclamação YouTube, e é nóis.
Smells like those old Sundays when we'd unload sell tuna shipments at the cannery.
Acho que eu vou fechar a live também, 7 horas, mano. Vou botar essa live pro YouTube. Porque esse jogo eu quero ver depois. História. Valeu, mano. Fica na paz aí. E é nóis. Eu vou dormir. Ixi, passei por um negócio aqui que dizendo que não. Ah, era pra eu ter ido em vanguarda primeiro pra depois vir pra cá, eu sabia. Prestei atenção, mano. Parecia um xizinho lá. É, vou nessa aí. Valeu. Valeu, mano. Obrigadão. Fica na paz aí. E é nóis. Fui.